Good morning, everybody. CryptoStrang here. This morning, I want to talk about Bluezilla. It's been I didn't know much about the project until we spoke about an IDO, and I mentioned on my Telegram group about Meta VPAD. We'll talk about that later. It went from a crazy price to over 100x in a day. It was absolutely incredible. So I looked into Bluezilla, and I say again, I wish I'd found this a couple of months ago, but with their plans, when they issue or put on their launch pad about an IDO coming out, it's something you really need to keep on your radar, because so far every project is having huge returns. See on the screen, talks about what they do. At Bluezilla Labs, we specialise in taking your innovative idea from concept all the way through to launch using our expertise in market leading advisory, investment, development, influencer marketing, and legal support services. We're the only VC with in-house developers, designers, marketers, influence traders, legal, and launchpad. Okay, so what they do is Bluezilla is exclusive incubator behind the record-breaking BSC Pad, Tron Pad, ETH, KCC, NFT launch, AdaPad, VelasPad, and GameZone. Okay, so they're behind all these projects, which are doing absolutely fantastic. Okay, it even mentions there about Meta VPAD. They've got incubation support services, so influencer network, the marketing, development, design and video, smart contracts, IDO, partnerships, advisory, legal. And you hover over and it says there like partnerships. Through our strategic partners, content creation partners, along with our large network of influencers and exchange partners, we can help projects expand and grow. Talks about the tokenomics. We design your tokenomics to ensure you raise the funds you need, support your ecosystem, and minimize your sell pressure to ensure a 100x launch. Okay, now I find this really fascinating. The advisory help projects cohesively create their growth and marketing strategy and help to advise projects on the best direction for their fundraising and launch. Okay, now, this is the bit where you talk about incubated projects. Obviously, we talk about those different pads, but also some other big ones I've sort of briefly read up on, like GameZone, Identity, CrossSwap, BitOrbit. Okay, now selected all-time highs. Now, as I say, recently a Telegram group we talked about Meta VPAD on the day of the launch. Now, we'll go through it in a minute, as I said, but I remember at the time it was basically 1 cent. And I was going to get into it the moment it launched, but unfortunately it went on the likes of ETHPad, BSC Pad, etc., and all these some other dexes before actually got on like pancakes, and by then it had just gone crazy price. Okay, but look at these huge profits for stuff that launches on Bluezilla. Meta VPAD was actually a 1290x total, from the start with all-time high. AdaPad was 360x, VelasPad 276x. Everything is crazy price. Okay, so it's certainly worth, and like the worst one they've had, if you can call it that, was SwapZ, and it's 38x, and that was the worst performing one they've put on here. So I really want to closely monitor Bluezilla as they launch these projects. Okay, so it's great to get in the IDO when it's, they're selling it for a ridiculous low price, then get on a DEX and sell it for huge profits. That's the plan, okay? Now, I'm actually fascinated with what they're doing. Strategic partnerships are actually with Velas, which is an interesting project which I've never covered a great deal. I've had a bag of Velas for ages on Bittrex. It's an interesting project, as I've never really covered it much. Okay, so also here you can actually join their influencer networks. I've actually emailed them today to see if I can become part of it, and then hopefully you can sort of get a lot more information and find out projects on launch. Okay, and that's what I'm really hoping for. But for instance, when we talked about AdaPad, that was one of theirs, was launched. You can see at the IDO is actually 0.004 of a cent. The maximum supply was a billion. Okay, initial market cap was only 118,000. Okay, but here we are today. It's now basically 26 cents. We've actually had 32 cents in the last 24 hours. Only 12% supplies out there. Obviously, it's not very good. Market cap is 30.5 million. Okay, so you see how much it's gone up from the initial market to where we are today. So with these projects, it's great to get in there at the IDO stage. Again, it's never financial advice. It's not going to guarantee that everything that Bluezilla launch is going to 50, 100, 200, 1,000x like Meta VPAD. I'm not saying that, but because of their history of what they've done, it's certainly worth keeping your eye on. Okay, now another one was BSC Pad. BSC Pad is the first decentralized IDO platform for the Binance Smart Chain network. Okay, and you can obviously buy on PancakeSwap, but you can apply for an IDO to be listed on there. It talks about their partners are Chainlink, TronPad, and obviously Bluezilla. Okay, so again, but BSC Pad today is $1.30. It's actually ranked 440 with a market cap of 103 million. Different, obviously, from ADA Pad, obviously for the Cardano, the BSC pad has actually got 45% of the supply out there. So it's certainly something to keep your eye on with this. Now, so we talked about MetaVPAD, and I say I missed out on the IDO because I say I didn't expect it to go on those other dexes before it went on PancakeSwap. I thought that was going to be the launch, but it wasn't. And I say it was 1 cent. And when you go on here, you can now see it's got a market cap of approaching 69 million, but it's 40 cents. Okay, at one stage on that day of launch, when it all blew up and everyone was going crazy for it, on PancakeSwap, I remember it was like 25, 30 cents, and I knew I was too late because it started off at 1 cent. However, that day actually reached 92 cents in basic space of about 8-9 hours. Absolute crazy day for MetaVPAD, and it does look a really solid project. Okay, now let's go back to here, building the metaverse one block at a time. The metaverse is the next generation of the internet, as we know. As one of its earliest explorers, you will help through its expansion and share in the benefits of this growth. You scroll through there, exactly what they do for you in the metaverse, creating interconnected economies. As an interconnected hub of platform protocols, tools and services, the metaverse can be thought of as a digital landscape of offerings. And it talks about everything they do, the key tenets of the metaverse: decentralized governance, NFTs, digital identity, virtual augmented reality, and interoperability solutions. And this looks a really solid project, and that's why I was really super bullish on it. It was just such a disappointment that I didn't get it before the day of launch, and then on the day of launch it just went bonkers with the price. Okay, but still, it just sort of opens your eyes up to Bluezilla, and that's what it really is looking for me. I'm really sort of super bullish on it. But also, I've got a Medium page, which obviously I follow. Now, it states here, when the market is uncertain, Bluezilla thrives. And it talks about everything that they've done and how they've sort of, early November NFT launch as portion part of itself to help build the metaverse. They also donated $264,000 to charity. So it also talks about its all-time high was up 41 to 41 cents. So again, massive pumps. But I think MetaVPAD, as they state there, was their one with the biggest return. Absolutely incredible. But the trouble with that was, as I said, this product allowed participation to 9 launch pads, enabling every kind of investor to take part in the change coming. It was just one of those crazy days, and you saw it just keep going up. And obviously, it then had quite a big dump, as you'd expect. But it does look, and I'm hoping soon we're going to get some, the January 2022 calendar. As you can see, as you scroll through Medium, you can see here, upcoming launch calendar. Now, I'm hoping, obviously I've followed very closely on Medium and also Twitter, I'm hoping we're going to get a calendar here where I'm going to take a personal punt on a few of them because they all seem to be, they certainly have their excellent marketing and the way they develop these projects. But I'm just going to take a risk. Now, this is extremely high risk, like all crypto is. There's no guarantee. Now, with their track history, obviously, it's attracting a lot of people to Bluezilla and upcoming launches. So, you need to get in early. And me personally, I'll be taking profits and getting out again. But some of them do look fantastic for longevity. It's not just about purely pump and dump type scenario. They're actually, a lot of these projects look fantastic for longevity. Okay, so again, you've got to take that into your own considerations of how you want to sort of play this market. If you hold it for long term or you just want to take huge profits and get out and never get back in, it's entirely up to you. But when it comes to Bluezilla, I put the link below. It's bluezilla.vc and also on Medium. I put the links below. These, to me, look really solid in what they do, and they're helping people with their ideas actually getting started. Okay, so let's really keep a close eye on this and really hope soon on Medium we'll get the calendar soon and we can follow the projects before launch and get in really early. Okay, I'm really going to keep a close eye on this. So thanks very much for listening. If you want any help, as usual, email me info@cryptostrain.com, all social media links below. I want to wish everyone happy Christmas, happy holidays, a fantastic 2022. Let's hope it's going to be a wonderful year. I wish you all the best, time to relax and chill out a bit and forget about crypto, shall we, for a few days. Just want everyone to have a fantastic time, relaxation. I appreciate everyone's help this year, help grow the channel. I appreciate everyone's support. Got many people who always comment and talk on Telegram. I really appreciate all you guys for your support. Thanks very much. Have a wonderful time, and we'll speak soon. Thank you. Cheers now. Bye.